Years ago, I said in my apartment, I never thought I would, in my life, I'm going to deal with a group of policymakers. Well, I'm not a technical expert, I'm not even economist, and I'm not a bank governor. And I even not be a good student. I tried 3 times for joining the primary schools, 3 times for universities, and 10 times for Harvard, including. All rejected. And I was rejected by more than 30 times applying for jobs, including KFC. 25 of us went there, and 24 accepted. I was the only one rejected. I think the reason why I'm invited here, I would talk about in the past 17 years in my apartment. We had a dream that we want to using internet to help small guys, to help the small business and entrepreneurs. It's not easy in the past 17 years. I call myself like a blind man riding on the back of blind tigers. Without knowing anything about business, technology, and even without any money, we start the business. 17 years, we never stop. We never stop innovate. We never stop to change. We never stop to fight for the dreams we believed. Years ago, I was in Beijing in winter. It was a very cold winter. And on the lake, there is a dead duck. And I was curious, people say, why a dead duck? Because that duck, in the summertime, he had a wonderful time with the wild ducks in the swamps. When winter comes, all the wild ducks in the swamps left away, and that duck was stupid, stayed there. And the winter came. The winter killed him. As an entrepreneur, we learn one thing. If we cannot change the environment, we change ourselves. If we cannot change, at least we can change the small environment we have. Me and these early founders, we had a very little knowledge about financing. When Alipay was founded, nobody wanted to be the CEO. Nobody wanted to be the founder. And I called one of my managers. His background was a hotel front desk manager. I say, come on, I have something, want you to do it. He said, what is that? I say, Alipay. He said, what is Alipay? I say, it's something that dealing with the financing, helping people. He said, I have any idea about financing. I said, that's it. I want you to do it because China, we don't want to find somebody who are expert of banking because China does not need one more bank. We want to find the people who understand the problem of the people, understand the problem of the consumers. We want to build up something that safe transactions, can build up something that can build up the credit system for small business and consumers to buy online. So we made it. Today, Alipay is the world's largest online payment. We know little about retailer. So if we want to have a future, let's rely on the young people. If we do not know the technology, let's find the best young people who know the technology and encourage them, support them, help them to be successful. But today, Alibaba is if we are not the leading internet company in the world, we are at least the leading internet companies in China. In next 30 years, your life will be totally changed because of this revolution. And those people change themselves to suit this technology, you are the winner. Those who don't will be the loser. And in the future, we believe data is going to be the raw materials. It's going to be like the water, electricity, and oil. I think before people understand, human beings understand how to use the oil, people can never imagine. Today, we're using this kind of energy to go to the moon. Today, a lot of people don't know how to use the data. You will never imagine 30 years later what data can change human beings. And nobody can imagine that. And one thing I want to say, people say, oh my God, the machine is stronger, machine is faster. And I tell you what, machine is going to be much smarter than the human beings. Machine never sleep, never get tired, never forget things. They calculate earlier than you are. You like it, don't like it, they will be smarter than you are. In the past 20 years, we make people like machines. In next 20 years, we will make machine like people because machine in the next 20 years, they're not going to drink electricity. They are going to eat and drink data. But whatever machine happens, human being will always be the master of the machines, of the robots. So we believe machine is going to help the society. Machine is going to improve the society. But on the other hand, people say, wow, technology is killing jobs. We believe technology is going to create more jobs. Right? People say, well, technology is destroying the job opportunities. But see one thing, technology, actually every technology revolution, we created more jobs than we thought. In 1870s, more than 50% of the jobs in America were farmers. Now, 100 years past, there are only less than 2% of the jobs are farmers. How can people tell 100 years ago that when the technology comes, it's going to create more jobs like today? And China is the same. People say, well, e-commerce destroyed a lot of jobs. No, not necessarily. 10, 20 years ago, China had a huge industry called the real estate development. There are hundreds of thousands of people working in the construction field. Today, there's no real estate market there. Where do these people go? They go to the express delivery. They go to logistics. So 10 years ago in China, there is no such called industry called express delivery. Now we've got 4 million people working on that. We believe next 10 years, we're going to create at least 10 million jobs on delivery in 10 years. And also we find that if the online, offline combine better, that it can create even more jobs. We noticed that in the past months with our data shows that those like text, those like eating, having fun, using mobile payment and data to support their business. Every month there's 6% growth. So I'm not the economist because most of economists, by getting the information of yesterday and understand today, the business people try to see the vision, the tomorrow, and then understand it today.